So was this last trip to Walt Disney World my last trip to Walt Disney World? One of the things I mentioned before I went on this most recent trip to Walt Disney World was it might be my last trip to Walt Disney World. It had a couple people question, oh, hey, wait a minute, what were you talking about there? It was just kind of this little subtle bomb you dropped. So I thought we could address it, talk a little bit more about it in depth, because there are some reasons why there is a good chance it might have been my last trip. I hope not, but very possibly. One, of course, is the money. Money is always the big deal. And truthfully, my last trips to Disney, none of them would have happened without my sponsors, my patrons, my YouTube members, and most especially Craig. Craig is the one that basically has made these things happen, and it has been a huge blessing. I love traveling with Craig. Craig's a good friend. Even if he never gave me another penny worth of stuff, Craig is a friend. And we're so grateful for his generosity. Really, that's been the big reason that they've happened. Is because Craig decided that I was fun to have tag along behind him. Don't know why, but I'm very grateful. But truthfully, if we were to try to do it on our own, it's not going to happen. It's way out of budget. There's just too many other demands on our money. Not enough of the money to go around. But there are also a couple of other big reasons why it gets kind of iffy. One of them, of course, we're trying to work on going to Israel for a couple years to study Hebrew and do some other things there, including a YouTube channel. If this all works out like we're hoping, we'll be there for 2 years to study Hebrew, and I want to create another YouTube channel that will basically talk about what it's like to live in Israel, to kind of give a little bit different perspective on things. I think it'll be a lot of fun. We've loved our visits there. It's an amazing country, and so I think it would be a fun topic for videos. So all goes well, that will hopefully happen. We are at least 6 months out on that. We're still in the process of trying to make all the finances work and everything on that. I would say we're 6 months to a year away on that, but that can flex and change depending upon what happens. So we shall see how all of that works out. If we go to Israel, that's going to be for 2 years. Then we get back, and the other reality is I've got a couple of health issues. If you're not familiar, if you watch the Disney videos, I had people again commenting, why is he in a scooter? What's going on? So if you don't know, I do have a couple health issues. One, I've actually got a heart condition. The muscle in the middle of my heart is actually slightly enlarged, and we do monitor it. We keep track of it. But it is something that could potentially cause a hazard, pose a hazard, there we go, later on. And so we do have to watch it and monitor it. And then related to that, I have this other deal that it's called GERT, but it's more than that. And what it does is it causes, if you're familiar with acid reflux, it's like that, but it causes this stuff to sit on my chest. The acid comes up, goes into my lungs, it sits here, and it creates breathing issues. So I can go short distances and stuff like that, but I do tend to have issues where if I walk a longer distance or do something that exerts, I will start having, it's something like asthma, but it's not asthma. That combined with my heart creates kind of this double whammy, and we're trying to get treatment. I'm on medication. Yes, I'm seeing a doctor. You people, you need to see a doctor for that. Trust me, I am. That's how we know what it is. We are doing some treatments, but there is a possibility. We're trying to figure out if it's going to require surgery or something. But those two together mean that my endurance is not what it was even 3-4 years ago. My energy level struggles a bit. And on top of that, having now had COVID 3 times, we're pretty sure that long COVID is also causing some complications on top of it. There is the health deal that when we come back from Israel, 2-3 years down the road, and then knowing I've got these, the reality is I do have to start facing up to the fact that I'm in my mid-50s with a couple of health conditions. One of the hardest things to do is you have to start facing mortality. And I don't mean to be depressing. I hope I have lots of years left. But all of those combined, there is always the chance I'm watching high school classmates and college classmates of mine start to go. And I'm at that age now where you start to see people your age. And I hope it's not me. And I'm doing what I can to take care of my health. I'm changing diets and trying to maintain a healthier lifestyle. But the reality is it's hard. With the couple conditions I've got, it makes it very difficult to exercise much because I can't do a lot of walking because then the breathing stuff kicks in. And that's honestly, it is definitely a thought in the back of my mind. It stinks when you get older, and not just the normal body stuff, but then you have to sit there and start thinking about that. That's honestly, when I talk about that, that's kind of the biggest fear in the back of my mind, is that I'm not going to be around to experience a lot more trips. Gosh, that's a depressing thought. And I don't mean it to be. I really don't, because I have been so stinking blessed. But that's definitely a role. The finances, the time, like I say, it's going to be at least 3 years. And I don't know where I'm going to be in 3 years. There's also a chance that, depending upon what happens, we come back from Israel and we may have other changes. I don't know what 3 years down the road holds. It's hard to make plans and predictions and stuff like that. So will I always have a place in my heart for Disney? Absolutely. Do I want to go back? Absolutely. Do I like Disneyland better than Disney World? Yeah. And I do hope that there isn't more trips in the future. I really do. I hope at some point to be able to take my grandchildren to Disney. I've got to get my kids married first. We will see what the future holds. And that's the biggest thing. I don't know what the future holds overall. I know several things that it does hold, and they may very well mean that I just don't have a chance. So that's kind of what's going on with it. I hope it's not the last, but it may be for quite a while. Sorry for the not quite so happy upbeat video as I intended it to be. A little more real than I thought it would be. I'm sorry for that. But that's kind of an update and an explanation. I had people asking, wait, what was that? So that's what it is. It's just me starting to think, okay, what does the future hold? And I don't know. So I hope I didn't depress you too much. I'm sorry. Disney has been a life-changing thing for me. Literally, it provided career, it provided friends, it provided contact, it provided this. The whole video and community and everything never would have happened without it. So I am eternally grateful for all that Disney has done, intentionally and unintentionally. And I'm grateful that you're a part of it. So thank you for watching this. And like I said, I hope I didn't depress you too much. Thank you to my patrons and supporters because they have made all these trips possible. I am so grateful. And the relationships that have been built up with them too. Thank you so much for watching. I promise my next one will be more fun. I promise. What's this? Dog. Hey. Moody. Of course, right when I'm about to start filming. Stop. So one of the things, the reality is, as Interesting. Convoy of Hope truck just went by my back door. I have no idea why. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know your thoughts, your comments, your suggestions, your ideas. Be sure to share them in the comments below, or you can contact me. There's information in the description that has my email address, fan pages, information about merchandise, and so much more. So be sure to check that out. Don't forget to hit that like button, share the video, and if you haven't already, hit the button right up there to subscribe. And in fact, if you did enjoy this, I've even got another video for you right here. And also about these wonderful people here, those are my YouTube members and my patrons, the ones whose financial support makes this possible. I couldn't do it without them. If you want to know more about that and the perks that come with it, well, be sure to check the description. There's a link right down there. Thank you so incredibly much. God bless.